Hi, good day. I'm Kalavani Jayaraman. Today, I will explain on the topic of terrain, chapter 10 from Sun Tzu Out of War. Before I go further, let's look at the chapter outline. In this part 1, we will look into the six kind of ground and the business application of it. In the context of war, a general typically has more options in deciding his battleground. The condition of battleground can be heavily forested, mountains, lakes, desert, and so on. However, once he has decided on his battleground, he will face a fixed terrain. The general then will have to decide on how best to deploy his troops and military strategies in the light of the terrain. As such, the terrain must be thoroughly studied to help him to decide on how best to exploit it as a battleground. From this perspective, choosing the battleground is a strategic decision. Why? Excelling under a fixed terrain is very much an operational decision. And also, attention in details becomes very important. A good example, Vietnam War. The Vietcongs chose not to fight the American troops in the open. Instead, they changed the battleground to the heavily forested jungle. The effectiveness of the machine guns and heavy military equipments of the American troops, therefore, was greatly impaired. Now, let's look at the terrain. The first terrain is communicative ground. Under this ground, there are plenty of roads and means for communications. So, army should occupy higher ground where they would have easy access of supplies and better opportunities to win the battles. Entrapping ground. This ground is not an ideal ground for the armies to camp. Why? Once the army goes into this ground, they will be trapped by the enemies. Once the enemy trapped, they will have to face a sudden attack, and these armies are unprepared for that. Indifferent ground. In this ground, it does not give advantage for both armies. Going for battles in this ground should be avoided. Army, if at all there's no choice, the armies have to put a bait on the enemies to enter into this ground and wait for the enemies enter, or wait for the enemies, half of the armed enemies entered, and then put a full force to fight in the battles. constricted ground. Under this ground, armies can win the battle only if they conquer the entrance of the ground. If the enemy tries to approach to the entrance, then the armies can put a fight before the enemies reach the ground. Key ground. It is an important ground to be occupied, especially at the top of the terrain. Armies who occupy the top of this terrain will have a better view of the terrain from top and be able to watch out for enemies' movements. If at all the enemies are there first, it is better to withdraw. Distance ground or away from home base. This ground, it is distance from the army's base. If both armies have equal strength, then it is difficult to win the battle. Now, let's look into the business application. There are 4 types of market structure that a leader needs to study before he enters into the market. In business, a leader has to study thoroughly about the market structure. Then, the leader should understand the types of products or services that they are doing. By doing so, the leader or manager will be able to determine the types of market that he or she would choose to enter. The survivability of a business heavily depends on the market that the business decides to be. Let's look at the market. Monopoly. Monopoly is a business which is the only sole provider of goods and service. This gives a tremendous competition advantage over any other company that tries to provide a similar product. For example, in Saudi Arabia, the government has a sole control over the oil price. And so does some of the examples that you see on the slides. Oligopoly. Oligopoly occurs when there are only few firms that makes up an industry. This select group of firms has control over the price, and like a monopoly, an oligopoly has high barriers to enter the industries. The product that the oligopolistic firms produce are often nearly identical, and therefore the companies which are competing for market shares are independent as a result of market forces. For example, aviation industries. There are 2 different brands. That is Airbus and Boeing. Monopolistic. In a monopolistic industry, there are many buyers. There are many sellers. And the products are almost the same. but different branding. The competition is also fierce under this monopolistic market structure. For example, burgers and toothpaste. There are different types of brands of burgers and toothpaste that are in the market. The last one is perfect competition. Many firms that sell identical products such as staple food and vegetables. These products can be obtained from any supermarkets with the same price. For example, milk products, chickens, and so on. So these are the simple framework that shows or that summarize the market structure. That's the end of part 1.